Hello everyone. Today's interesting topic is obliquus capitis inferioris. This is also called as inferior oblique. It's one of the muscle of the neck. Welcome to my YouTube channel Logic Medico. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing and press the bell button to get the latest notification of the video. Obliquus capitis inferioris. The location of this is on the posterior surface of the neck. Okay, it is just behind the occipital bone. This is the muscle obliquus capitis inferioris. Obliquus because it's obliquely placed, capitis because it's related to the skull cap, inferioris because among these muscles it is placed lower down, so it's called inferioris. So the location of this is in the posterior aspect of the neck. Come to the muscles of the suboccipital triangle. Occipital bone is a bone on the posterior surface of your skull. Sub means underneath that. It is not just behind that, but it is underneath that bone. That's why it's called suboccipital triangle. A triangle has got three boundaries. The medial boundary formed by rectus capitis posterior major and rectus capitis posterior minor, whereas the superolateral boundary is formed by superior oblique and the inferolateral boundary is formed by inferior oblique. Okay, so this inferior oblique is otherwise called as obliquus capitis inferioris. So what is the origin of this? So you can see this is the spine of axis or the second cervical vertebra, whereas these are the parts of the atlas. Okay, I have shown only on one side the diagram for convenience. The same thing will be there, mirror image on the opposite side. Okay, so if you depict on one side is good enough even for examination purpose. Okay, so the origin of this muscle obliquus capitis inferioris, or just called as inferior oblique, is from this area. You can see that's called the spine of the axis. So it's going up slightly upwards but more laterally towards this part. So what is that part? That is belongs to atlas, but this part is called the transverse process of atlas. What is the origin? Spine of axis, insertion, transverse process of atlas or the first cervical vertebra. Come to the action, it helps in the maintenance of posture. That is, the neck will be facing in erect posture, straight up. Okay, so that is the main function, but also it helps in turning this atlas. So when the atlas turns, the entire skull will turn. So even the chin will turn to the same side. The chin will point this side. If this is left side, inferior oblique, if it contracts, atlas will twist this side. Okay, so the skull will turn and the chin also will turn to the same side. So that is the action, turns the chin to the same side. That is superior oblique. Okay, but the inferior oblique will pull it like this. Okay, I'll just show you. This is the action of inferior oblique. It will pull the chin towards the same side. Okay, by rotating the atlas. So when the skull is sitting on the atlas, it will also twist. All the suboccipital muscles or the muscles forming the suboccipital triangle boundary will be supplied by the dorsal ramus of C1. So it's better called it as C1 nerve, dorsal ramus of C1. Since it is there in the suboccipital triangle, we can also call it as suboccipital nerve. That is the nerve I was talking. See, it's supplying this inferior oblique also. Okay, so in summary, obliquus capitis inferior, it's also called as inferior oblique, where it is present in the back of the neck in the suboccipital triangle. Okay, what is the origin? Spine of the axis. What is the insertion? Transverse process of atlas. What is the nerve supply? Suboccipital nerve or the dorsal rami of C1 or the first cervical nerve. What is the action? It mainly posture. It helps in the maintenance of erect posture of the neck. Also, it twists the atlas and turns the chin towards the same side. So now supply already told suboccipital nerve. Like and share this video with your family and friends. Don't forget to press the thumbs up button. Okay, and subscribe to my channel if you have not yet done. Press the bell button to get the latest notification of the videos which I upload. Thank you for watching Logic Medico and learning from there.